family. I hope everybody is having a blessed day. I hope you're all safe. Hope everybody is getting everything they want today. So, another crazy day. Um, does anyone else think at this point that everything's just a bunch of bullshit? Everything from the right and from the left. Holy fuck, man. So, a lot of major headlines today. This kid got arrested in Orlando, Florida, 92,000 pounds of drugs, which, if you do your research, was kratom. This kid just happens to own some 420 vape shops in this state. Not the 420 vape shops, but some vape shops in this state. Kratom. Kratom. And the precursors for kratom is what they arrested this kid with. 92,000 pounds of precursors for fucking kratom. They're like, oh, it's the most deadly drug. Oh my God, it's 100 times more deadly than fentanyl. No, it's not. It's fucking kratom, bro. I know a lot of people that have gotten off heavy drugs with kratom. It was legal in the stores up until 2 months ago. And now they've supposedly busted this kid with 92,000 pounds of drugs. What it really is they knew he was selling guns and explosives, which is 100% illegal. We have a Second Amendment in America. And so they went and busted him for this deadly drugs, kratom, so they can get all the guns and the fucking explosives. But we live in Florida. They're saying this is the largest catch they've ever come across in the state of Florida or in the country. $100,000 worth of guns. That's a large catch to you people. $100,000 worth of guns. I have friends that have $2 million fucking gun catches. You talk about a fucking $100,000 worth of guns is a massive catch. What the fuck? So let's get into a few of the things that are going to be happening throughout the week this week, some things that have happened. So I'm going to say right off the bat, I don't believe any of this. I don't trust our DOJ any longer. I don't believe this. Nothing about this sounds right. What happened to the female cop that just is all of a sudden disappeared? They said they had DNA evidence on that female cop. Now all of a sudden this is the pipe bomber? Come on, bro. What's going on here? Seriously. All kinds of shit happening that nobody's talking about. Nobody's seeing. A lot of things going on out here. So we got more. So many different stories about this DOJ with the pipe bomber today. They've entrenched the news with that. At the same time, we need to shut the fuck up and sit down about other stuff, right? Now more funds going to illegals and fucking terrorists. We've got this guy. Where's that? Now they've raided the home of that guy. But we just had 2 Virginia brothers arrested for plot to wipe out federal database. Man, you'd think that would be a much larger story. 2 Muslim brothers arrested for plot to wipe. 2 Virginia brothers arrested for plot to wipe federal database and steal sensitive records. You'd think you'd hear about that, right? Oh, man, just 2 of the most stereotypical American people, right? Don't worry, we need more of them. Holy fuck. You can't make this shit up. The direct next story after this one is a Pakistani that was planning a terrorist attack. Here, coming up soon. Stop, man. Stop. I'm working. Please stop. I don't want to play right now. Sorry. That's my partner in crime over here. She wants to play every time I turn the camera on, she wants to play. Anyway, 2 brothers from Alexandria, Virginia, have been arrested and accused of scheming to destroy government database hosted by a federal contractor, an alleged retaliation effort that authorities say disputed federal operations and put sensitive information at risk. You know what I'm so sick of not hearing right now? These terrorists. Because none of these people are getting charged with terrorism. What the fuck? 2 Afghanis in the same week, one planning to blow half of Fort Worth up, the other one kills a service member, tries to kill a second one. And yes, I do. No terrorist charges on them. So crazy shit's happening out here. Let's get back into this. Let's not digress anymore. Federal prosecutors say the defendants, Manib, a Qatar, oh yeah, so American, and Qatar, both 34, the most American names you ever hear, right? Used their access as government contractors to target systems tied to multiple U.S. agencies. And if you don't know about it, they've got Chinese nationals that are running up credit cards over hundreds of thousands of dollars and then fleeing back to China and telling their Chinese overlord that we have done as much damage as we can to America for the Chinese Communist Party. And that's another way that they're fucking up our country. And they've been doing this for freaking years. Federal prosecutors say the defendants, blah, 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 computer access database, deletion, the theft of government information. These defendants abused their position as contractors to attack government databases and steal sensitive government information. Acting Assistant Attorney General Matthew R. You know what? Look, man, this shit at this point is just getting stupid. Oh, they took advantage of their situation. They took advantage of America. Oh, let's give them a smack on the fucking wrist. Oh, they don't know any better. They came from a third world country. Oh, the poor Muslims. I'm so Islamophobic because I don't want Muslims in my country whose fucking religious text has no compatibility with the laws of my country whatsoever. None whatsoever at all. So, no, God forbid, I don't want a bunch of terrorists in my country that are doing shit like this. Oh, but it's an isolated event. It is? Man, the direct next story. Holy fuck. An isolated event, huh? Just an isolated event that Muslims keep attacking people in America right now? So isolated. What's this? The next story? What? Pakistani national arrested at the University of Delaware over alleged mass shooting plans? Wow. Manifesto and everything? Man. So it's so isolated. You know? It doesn't happen very often, remember? Man. And all of these people, all of these indoctrinated, brainwashed, fucking low IQ retards, because that's what Muslims go after, people with an IQ of around 85 to 80. A Pakistani immigrant was arrested with a car full of guns and body armor and was allegedly planning to carry out a mass shooting at the University of Delaware. 25-year-old Luqman Khan, a former student at the school, was arrested on November 24th after police found him in a pickup truck in a park after hours. Now, you would think with everything that's been going on, you got 50,000 hits on Google yesterday for a drunken fucking raccoon at a liquor store. You'd think this would have been some of the top news in America, right? 5 different Muslim terror attacks that almost happened this past week that you don't even fucking know about. You know about the National Guard members. You know about the bomb maker, in Texas. You don't know about this Pakistani guy. You don't know about the 7 more people they've arrested from the Halloween Pumpkin Day attack that were also involved, that were going to murder, from everything you can see now, with as many people that are involved and as much ammo and guns as they had, they were going to murder hundreds of gay people, because that's who these Muslims go after first. You people that brought them here and stand up for them. They hate you. They want to murder you. They've proven that. Most of these attacks are going after gay people or leftists. So, hey, it is what it is, right? You brought your own problems. Blah, blah, blah. Police found him in a pickup truck in a park after hours. Officers searched his vehicle after noticing suspicious behavior and found a .357 Glock, numerous loaded magazines, a .357 Glock. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research because I've never. Okay, magazines and body armor. How much body armor though? Because why would you have a car full of body armor. Are you going to get shot and then go change your fucking body armor? You know? Because you usually get about 5 rounds and that's about it. Your body armor ain't no good no more. The notebook included notes on using the weapons against the university campus police department, as well as hand-drawn map of the department's headquarters, marked with entrances and exits. The notebook also had details on how to evade capture. Well, he didn't have very many plans, right? Because the motherfucker got captured before he did the shit. But here's the moral of the story. Terrorists leave manifestos. All terrorists do. Any shooting there's been a manifesto left in, you're a fucking terrorist because you're premeditated thinking about this for a long amount of time. And you make up an entire fucking justification why it's okay for you to go out and murder people, which is fucking stupid. It's never okay for you to go out and murder people. Of course you want to free the diddler. Of course. People like you aren't going to be in this country very much longer. Please keep making these comments. Please. So our FBI that's monitoring all social media right now can keep seeing who you people are. We love that you people are so stupid that you say this kind of stuff, not realizing that we're under wartime powers right now. And we're utilizing that to the full extent of the law. You don't know what the law is on the left, but please keep doing it. You're weaponizing the DOJ. You mean like the 19 times the FBI was at my house for speaking at school board meetings? That kind of weaponization? Oh no, wait, they haven't shown up at your house, the FBI, for no reason. They've done it to me 19 times. Or the fact that preachers were arrested in the streets while you were burning down cities, or maybe the fact that, mothers and fathers were arrested for trying to keep you pedophiles from fucking their children. We don't care what you people think anymore. That's the thing. You've pushed us to the point to where the good and civilized people no longer give a fuck about your feelings or your rights, for that matter, because you don't have rights. You're fucking terrorists. All of you want us murdered. We don't care what happens to you anymore. That's a fact of the matter. Let's get back into these terrorists that you support. And we're going to take you with these terrorists. We want you to understand that. We want you to understand that. You see what's going on with Ilhan Omar right now, right? Shoot, that bitch gone. She's getting the fuck out of this country. You know that, right? We're getting rid of that cunt. We're getting rid of all your politicians. There's nothing you can do about it because we have all the enforcement power. We have the power. You have none. You had to import fucking shitty, low IQ terrorists that couldn't do anything to stand up to the American patriot if they fucking had their God himself standing next to them. Nothing. Because they're all pussies that thought that they can fire in one direction when they first met us. So they would just fire their bullets while we'd walk up to them and slaughter them like the fucking coward, uncivilized, evil demons they are. You fags over here on the inner spheres, if you go to a Muslim country, they're going to murder you. It's illegal under the penalty of death to be gay in a Muslim country, period. Queers for Palestine. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Queers for Palestine is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But we're going to digress for a moment because I made something up just for you guys. I made a meme up just for you guys. And I'm not a meme guy. You know this. But what I can do is I can try to be a friend of you people. You queers for Palestine. So we'll go to pictures and see if it actually downloaded into my pictures. I got a bunch of the Muslim stuff we were talking about in here. Let's go. Saved pictures. Not in there. Oh, we do have a Trump riding a pig with some bacon on it in this one. With some Muslims in the background. We're going to get back into the stories, guys. I got to show you all this great meme I just made for these, if I can find the damn thing. Oh, pictures right here. Is it in here? Well, I guess it did not save into this. Maybe in downloads? No? That sucks, doesn't it? See if it went into these downloads. Nope. Oh, look at the Tampa banner. Legacy of strength. Shining light on injustice against Muslims. Fucking, there's no such thing as injustice. The CAR, Florida. They have their own judges, their own prosecutors, their own Muslim cops, everything. So, I digressed. I'm sorry. We'll get back into...
of his life. Now, back in September, our agents worked together, made buys from Horvath. He actually even gave him a tour of his business. I mean, he's proud of his business. And you're seeing in some of the film that we're rolling now for you, the business. This thing looked like Breaking Bad on steroids is what it looked like. He had it lined up with all sorts of different chambers and rooms and sterile environments, everything else. And they were taking it, extracting it, putting it in compressing machines. As I said, his company would ship it out. And
he made kratom.
Even if you went there and made the purchase, he would tell you he's got to ship it to somebody in another state because that way he thought it made it legal. Well,
because it's kratom. Right, it was legal. It was fucking legal until literally less than a month ago. They just made that illegal in this state. People have been selling that in this state for 13 fucking years, 100% legally. They do this every 4 fucking years. You can go back in the news and check it out. They'll make, like they did this to THC last year. They made THC legal, and then they went and raided all the warehouses for all the vape stores that were selling THCA, and they busted them. We got the largest pot bust. It's fucking THCA, bro. Come on now. You just simply made it illegal so you could make it look like you were doing something. They're making it look like they're doing something right now because we've got representatives, Chandler, Legvin, let's check this guy out. He's got big things coming for him in Florida. He's standing up against this Muslim takeover of Florida right now. I'm actually about to do an interview with this guy. I'm trying to get it set up as quick as possible. So we're going to get behind him. I've got some legislation I would like him to present to the state of Florida called the Muslim Care Act of Florida so we can keep our citizens safe here. So you can't have your own cops in our state or in our country. You can't have your own fucking prosecutors for Muslims. You can't have your own judges specifically for Muslims. That's not a thing that you can do. And we're going to get rid of that, okay? We're going to get rid of that in Florida. We're about to be getting together with some really good people, and we're about to be expanding the investigations into what's happening in Florida. So they distract you with this so you don't look at the fact that people like Chandler here is trying to expose the fact that we are third in the nation for the most criminal aliens, but Ron DeSantis does not want you to know that. Okay, all of his supposedly anti-woke bills have been overturned and never actually went into law, but he doesn't want you to know that so you don't fucking hear about it. Because you don't know anything about foreign politics, clearly. That King Dong is now the leader of a country. Okay? That's why. You can't just start a war with a leader of with another country just because you don't like their fucking leader. It's nice to stay out of war, not get into war. That's why. You have to deal with people you don't like when you're a leader of a country. You can't just lead off of your feelings like you people seem to want him to. Here's some good news today.
Highly anticipated immigration crackdown
once again, the way
here in Southeast Louisiana,
these people put it,
agents already seen in our communities, also in front of shopping centers.
That's right. It's being called Operation Catahoula Crunch.
Hell yeah!
Your reporter Alyssa Gomez.
Sounds like a great breakfast cereal, doesn't it?
The presence of this stepped-up enforcement across Southeast Louisiana. Alyssa.
The Department of Homeland Security says that Operation Catahoula Crunch begins today. They say that this operation is intended to target illegal immigrants with a criminal history. Now, as this operation got underway today, many of you sent us videos showing federal agents across Southeast Louisiana. This is video recorded in Laplace. It shows federal agents outside of a Home Depot. Witnesses say that at least one person was taken into custody. And we have reached out to DHS to see what specific agency was involved, and it's not heard back. Another video from a neighborhood in Kenner appears.
I have a question. Why did Biden pardon a bunch of pedophiles and fucking drug dealers? Can you answer that question? Why did Biden auto pin and let his associates and underlings sign executive orders in his name, which is highly illegal, and all these people are going to be prosecuted, which are all overturned, by the way. All overturned. Only one of them was his, oh, you're right. Yeah, Fauci was his family too, I guess you'd say. But everybody remember, that overturns Fauci's pardon. You have no clue what's coming in America. There's a reason these people are fleeing the fucking country right now. We're about to denaturalize and deport. Have you seen, well, you're about to see some right now.
To show several federal agents arresting someone and putting them in the back of an SUV while telling bystanders that are recording to back up. We reached out to Kenner Police to see if they were involved. They say that federal agents have not reached out for their assistance just yet, but if needed, they will be on standby. For now, Kenner Police says that lawfully abiding citizens should.
Let's make this very clear. If you're a law-abiding citizen, and you're an American citizen, you don't have anything to worry about. The only people that have anything to worry about is you're in this country illegally. Like, I think arrested an American citizen. Abrego Garcia was an American. No, he's a motherfucking Venezuelan that was already on a fucking order to be deported. He was on hold for, he had a deportation detainer on him because he was actually wanted in 3 other countries for heinous crimes. And is now it's in one of those countries. So, fuck you. He was not a Maryland man. He was not born in Maryland. He was born in Venezuela, and he's a horrible fucking criminal. Horrible fucking criminal. But we have Tennessee. If you haven't seen, the chief of police in Tennessee have told the criminal aliens in his state, this is seditious treason. This is not seditious conspiracy. This is seditious treason. He has told the criminal aliens themselves, the criminal invader enemies of our country, the terrorists that have invaded our country illegally, which is a crime, okay, he told them to call the sheriffs if ICE come after them and report kidnappers so they will get there and quick and handle the situation. First of all, I don't see you getting to federal agents that are trained to take down terrorists quickly and taking them down. But I will gleefully laugh while they fucking shoot your face off in the middle of the street for being traitors to our country. Okay, these people should be arrested, they should be prosecuted, and they should be either guillotined or hung in the streets. Anyone that takes an oath to office in this country on a Bible, anyone who swears to God to take an oath to the Constitution and the people of this country and betrays that oath to the Constitution, public execution. No exceptions. No exceptions. The America we knew is gone. So we're either going to be conquerors and we're going to be savage fucking warriors again, or you're just going to be feckless pussies and you're going to fall under the feet of the ones that are savage. Because ultimately, the strong survive and the weak shrivel up like little feckless pussies and go away. That's just a fact of the matter. Okay. Let's get into Louisiana.
Worry, but a local immigration attorney says otherwise.
Oh, God. A local traitor attorney.
If they haven't done anything wrong, they have anything to be concerned about.
Here's why they're so mad. By next year, they won't have a job anymore because there won't be any more illegal immigrants left. Because we're going to ramp this up so fucking heavily now that you people are just murdering people in the streets. We're just going to get rid of all of you. And oops, if a couple woke left pussies get wrapped up in the situation and oops, they accidentally get sent to a country that hates them. Oh, well, that sucks for you. We don't care anymore. And you're all bitching about Alligator Alcatraz. You know they shut it down, right? Like, it's not even going. It's not even open.
Know what this federal mission is. So I would just ask people to disengage from social media, get your news from credible sources, because there's a lot of fear mongering on social media, a lot of clickbait.
We're seeing just normal, everyday people, the type of people that I talked to you about earlier.
I'm not thriving, but I'm living just fine. It doesn't matter how much these people vandalize my shit. It doesn't matter how much you take from me. I will always prosper because I have hands and I have legs and I can fucking work. Might not be the most articulate, smart man on the planet, but I'll tell you this right now. I'll work my motherfucking ass off. Thank you very much, Kenny V93. Kenny V93. So we got I'ma keep it real. Jeff B 321. Dex 14, 23, 4. Kenny V 23. Kenny V 23. But anyway, let's get back to this because we got a couple more stories to go over.
Those are the people that are getting up and going to work.
Sorry, remember, check us out. 6:30, Monday through Friday on Rumble at Berserker Patriot 1776. Berserker Patriot 1776. I'm trying to get away from YouTube altogether.
Work every day for construction companies in the area, for hospitality industries in the area.
Nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, those are jobs we need.
And with this operation, 250 federal Border Patrol agents are expected in the area. And in Mississippi, immigration advocates, business leaders, and local community organizations are now prepping people that are in fear as these operations ramp up. I'm going to toss it over to WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor, who's on the West Bank. And Shay, people are already trying to prepare those that are fearful for these operations to begin.
Alyssa, already an increased presence from New Orleans.
Okay, so fact.
Jefferson Parish. In fact, we're here
There's
outside
maybe
of Dixie.
3 million people out of 300 million people that thinks it's a good thing to have open borders in America. So when they do this stuff and they talk like this, they're winning elections for us. That's why we won that election y'all thought you were going to win in Tennessee. They're winning elections for us when you say you want to, because the black people, you don't have the black vote anymore if you want open borders, because all that's doing is causing them pain. You know what I mean? So you're just giving us all the stuff. Well, get off my channel, you fucking retard. If you don't like it, get the fuck off. I don't care.
Along West Bank Expressway after hearing about reports of there being Border Patrol agents in this area. Now, on your screen right now, some video that we were able to
check this shit out. Now, this motherfucker needs to be arrested.
Along Williams Boulevard. They say
Border Patrol agents this left is
their businesses today. One local, the local impact is clear. And
listen, if you're out here and you're obstructing ICE or you're handing out whistles to criminal alien invaders of our country and you are fucking aiding and abetting criminal invaders, they should be arrested and deported with them. This one guy's out here handing out hundreds of whistles to these people saying, blow your whistle so we can surround you and help you. Well, you need to be arrested. Listen, the penalty should just be their rights are stripped immediately, their citizenship is stripped immediately, and they're deported the fuck out of the country, just like these criminal aliens. That's what the fucking penalty should be for these assholes. They don't get to clog up our prison system and still get to keep our freaking tax dollars paying for the prison system. No, they get deported to these countries that they love so much. Fuck that. Or we can just line them up in the streets of New York in a guillotine and pie them in the face, give every citizen in the country a chance to pie them in the face. We feed them, we give them water and shit. But we either spank them, we let every fucking person in the country spank them in public view, or we pie them in the face, or get the fuck out. Now, I'm talking about American citizens, not criminal aliens. You can just get the fuck out. That's what you can do. Just here's the problem. With the new legislation signed, if they get caught and deported through the government, they can never legally come back in this. They can't even ever seek asylum in this country. But if they self-deport right now, they have a path to seek legal asylum once we reopen our immigration. Which, if you don't know right now, our immigration is pretty much shut down. It's pretty much non-existent to seek asylum right now, because we have found out that they did let actual terrorists move into our country for the past 4.5 years, like we said they did. Well, things are so expensive because we have 15 million immigrant workers that aren't paying fucking taxes, but then you're paying fucking taxes for the food that they're getting for fucking free. So once you find out that all of these dead people, 22 million dead people that we're getting, or 15 million dead people that we're getting EBT, wasn't 15 million dead people. It was Democrat politicians giving criminal aliens social security numbers of dead people so they can get things in our fucking country. Wait until that gets exposed and that comes out on the TV. But yeah, you want to know why food's expensive? Because we have 42 million people getting free food in our country when we only have 300 million people in our fucking country. That's why food's expensive. But not anymore, because the new reforms for SNAP have been put in. And if you don't know the new reforms, these people, everybody has to reapply and be approved. But you either have to work 80 hours a month, you have to volunteer 80 hours a month, or one other requirement, or you have to do a work program and learn how to work 80 hours out of the month. So now you have to earn your SNAP benefits. And that's most people aren't going to do that. That's why they have SNAP. They don't want to work. We got that for a fact when they released millions of videos saying, no, you should just pay for us. No, we shouldn't. They call these people workers. They call these people low-skilled workers. So they tell you flat out to your face. Let me point that out. They tell you, you're going to take our slaves away. We won't be able to have cheap workers anymore. We won't be able to take advantage of these people from other countries that don't understand what's going on. Oh, poor, woe is me. Woe is me. Oh, no. I'm not going to give an American from my community a good opportunity to have a real job and make good money. I would rather import cheap labor from a third world country that doesn't know how to build. They're not hard workers. What are you talking about? They build subpar fucking everything. They don't build the way we do in these other countries. They don't know how to do construction. You send a crew of 50 Mexicans in, and they look like they work hard when they actually sleep and get drunk 2 hours out of the day while they're on the fucking job site every single day because it's a tradition in their fucking country. Okay. But they come in with 100 motherfuckers. They get the job done in 2 days, but they do a horrible fucking job. Horrible fucking job. Terrible job. But we didn't have immigrants in the beginning of this country. We had settlers that built a great system, and we allow people to assimilate here. You're not just allowed to come to America. You know that, right? Only bordering countries, in the immigration law, only bordering countries are supposed to be seeking asylum to any country. You're supposed to stop in the first country of origin that's next to your country and seek asylum there. It's asylum's only for people that are coming from war-torn countries. Just because your country's poor doesn't mean you get to seek asylum in America. That's not how America works. You don't just get to come here. That's not what this country is for. This country is for Americans, for people that want to assimilate to be Americans. It is a law and a requirement. You have to assimilate to be an American when you come here. You sign a legal contract that if you don't give up your allegiance to your country, then you can be removed from America for any reason, not allowed to come back. You are not allowed to bring your culture to America and push it on America. This is America. It's not Mexico. It's not Venezuela. It's not China. It's not fucking Saudi Arabia. It's not fucking Somalia. It's not a Muslim country. Our laws are not compatible with fucking the Muslim religion. Our laws are not compatible with African fucking... Oh, and do you see this Somali guy that just raped this little girl? Okay, he raped a little girl, and they've let him out on bond. And the Somali members of Minneapolis have all written a letter saying we need to pardon this guy and forgive him for raping a baby child because it's allowed. He's just not assimilated fully from fucking Somalia yet. Then he shouldn't be in the fucking country. Anyone that thinks it's okay to rape little children should not be in America, period. You should not even be able to seek asylum here. You know what I mean? That's insane. In every single Muslim country, it's legal to rape minors. It's sexual assault on minors is 100% legal in every single fucking Muslim country. You sick motherfuckers. You dirty, sorry motherfuckers. I think they should all just be nuked from the fucking planet, but that's my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to have that, okay? I think that would just fix the whole fucking world. I think that would literally fix everything. If we got rid of all of our enemies, if we just got rid of them, we would never have to worry about them, right? If we didn't have Xi Jinping and we didn't have communism in China and we just went and fucking colonized and took China right now, we would never have to fucking worry about China again. If we just went to the Middle East and we just took that motherfucker, which we can do like that, if we just chose to, and we didn't worry about, war crimes. What the fuck's a war crime? You're at war, motherfucker. It's war. It's dirty, it's nasty, it's gross. But I'll tell you this right now. The better alternative than losing America, you lose the whole country. You lose the whole world. You know what I mean? If you lose America, you lose the whole world. Because we're the world's daddy. And we take care of everything. So if America falls, the first thing that happens is every other country invades each other. Every country tries to come here and invade us. They're fighting for everything. The world gets nuked because most other countries are just fucking retarded and don't understand mutual destruction. So these are just the facts of the matter. No, we chose not to take Iran. We chose not to take Afghanistan. We chose not to. We chose to be diplomatic and not violate the Geneva Convention. Man, the fuck? Civilized war makes no sense whatsoever. It's fucking war. You poke a motherfucker in the eyeball and you shove some dirt in his mouth to choke him to death. It's dirty. It's gross. You know what I mean? Holy fuck. Let's stop being feckless pussies. This whole world is just turned into a bunch of fucking pussies. That's what's going on right now. The whole world is just gone. You know? We, the people, are the power of this country. They're like, oh, the government's letting this happen. No, we're fucking letting this happen. We're letting this happen every day. We're not in the fucking streets stopping these pussy fucking terrorists. We are letting it happen. The government's letting us know every day that they're not going to keep us safe. So we should be out here. At least that's why the left gets what they want, by the way. Because they're willing to get out here and do whatever it fucking takes to win. But the right's not. And that's a fucking problem. That's a big problem. So, no more digressing on that.
Hispanic-led groups are warning people of what to do if they see these Border Patrol agents. Advocates are also sharing how
you help them. You give them a bottle of water and a high five.
Working together. People like Tucker Mendoza, for instance, are handing out whistles to hospitality workers. The goal to alert others.
We're the savage Americans that just need to be out here smacking the fuck out of people like this. Just smack the fuck out of that grown-ass man right there.
Blow the whistle.
Clearly a pedophile. Look at this pedophile. You look like a pedophile, allegedly. Allegedly look like a pedophile.
They're in your neighborhood, that they're in the vicinity. It's a way of it's a warning sign. It's to let people know to
Jewish propaganda. Hey, guess what? Fuck Israel. Jewish propaganda. No, this is America, motherfucker.
50 of those whistles to Hispanics who work within the service industry.
Oh, they work within the service industry. Oh, so for 20 years they've been breaking the laws of our country. Oh, so 20 years have infiltrated our country for 20 years, so they should be charged for a crime for every day they fucking been here. Every day they've been here, they should be charged with a fucking crime. Period. You know, you people are weak. Such weakness out here. See, when they start doing this shit in Florida, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be patriots in the fucking streets helping them and blocking you pussies. If you come out here in Florida and you try to do some dumb shit to our agents, we're going to beat the fuck out of you in the middle of the street. And guess what's going to happen to us? Nothing. Not a fucking thing. The cops thanked me when I beat the fuck out of you Antifa members that came here 3 months ago. They loved it. You got me banned from the internet for a week, but they still fucking loved it. Oh, it must be sad that all you can do is insult people instead of actually having a conversation. Justice isn't lawlessness, people. Having justice in your country and enacting the actual laws that exist isn't lawlessness. It's the actual law. It's justice. Yeah, the Proud Boys are something. They're something. I know most of them. I know most of the Proud Boys in Florida, up in Inglewood. I know the president of the chapter right here in my town very well. Most of y'all know that, though. Proud Boys are something. The Minutemen are something. They're not doing what they're supposed to do right now. I'm proud that Enrique's in Portland helping out. You know, I'm proud that he's up there, you know, standing for what needs to be done. But we're not doing what needs to be done because according to the Constitution and the forefathers, the militia are the law of the Union on American soil. So the militia were supposed to be activated the moment this insurrection started, the moment this invasion started. So in times of unrest, invasion, and extreme violence, the militias are supposed to be activated. Not federalizing the states, not bringing agents in that, you know, traffic 350,000 children into our country, and we still don't know where the fuck those 350,000 kids are, and not one of these fucking federal agents that helped these criminal aliens come in here for the past 4 years in violation of constitutional orders have been held accountable. None of them. But they're the ones that we're putting in charge of all this stuff right now. I'm not okay with that. None of these FBI agents that did any of this stuff to any of us have been held accountable. Not one single one. I'm not okay with that. None of the fucking politicians that literally fucked us in the ass with a sour pickle with razor blades on the end of it have been held accountable. None of them. All the freedoms I lost, all the shit that I lost because of cancel culture and all these corrupt politicians, none of them have been held accountable. Until I see some action, I can no longer back the right or the left. I can back the Constitution, I can back Jesus, and that's about it. You know, about it. But until I see some actions happen, I will not. I've got Republicans asking me to campaign for them in Florida right now. I'm not going to do it. I will not campaign for you people because you're not going to actually do anything for us. We got Pam Bondi. Fucking god dang, I warned y'all about her from the beginning. She was horrible in Florida. She expanded red flag laws. She fucking tried to confiscate guns from people here. She was a fucking horrible AG in Florida. That's why she had to go to another fucking state because we wouldn't vote her back in for anything. But anyway, I digress again on that. So we got that one. So this one's even crazier. This is where the Catholics have gone.
Displays are sparking outrage and what critics say is blatant politicization of Christmas.
First of all,
Savannah's in Dedham, Massachusetts. It's a suburb of Boston.
First of all, any preacher that calls himself a teacher of the Bible, a teacher of Jesus, is doing something like this, man, there is a special place in hell for false teachers like you. You haven't read your Bible, clearly. And I don't really think that this is the biggest news on the things that Catholic priests shouldn't do to people, right? But this is some pretty fucked up shit. And this person should be dealt with by the Catholic community.
Scene entirely. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of what it is. What did they do? They replaced all of that with a sign that said, ICE was here. Community leaders are furious.
So let's make this very clear.
He's politicizing.
They say that they hid the statues of the virgin birth, of the nativity scene, inside the church so ICE couldn't take them. First of all, you're going to hell. Plain and simple, you're going to hell. Are you serious? And you're doing this on live TV? You're going to hell. I mean, you're using the baby Jesus for political reasons? You're going to hell, bro. I don't even, that's the most ultimate blasphemy I can think of right there, of the Holy Spirit. I literally just got banned for talking shit about Israel. I literally just got off a 2-week suspension for talking shit about Israel. Fuck every other country. I love America. Fuck everybody else. I got nothing against the Jews, nothing against them whatsoever. My Bible tells me I can't, but I'm about America, bro. I don't give a fuck about sending money to Israel, to Argentina, to Venezuela, to anywhere. I don't give a fuck. No money to nobody. Cut them all off. Shut all of our borders down. No more fucking immigration. No more assimilation. No more nothing. Deport all of them out. Denaturalize, deport. Bring America back up to where it's supposed to be. Fuck everybody else. I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about anybody else. I care about America.
Christmas. He's exploiting the Holy Family. He's using his position as the pastor of a Catholic parish to promote his left-wing political ideology. It's entirely inappropriate for a Catholic priest to do this.
Well, like I said, I highly doubt this is the most inappropriate thing this Catholic priest has done. You know what I mean? Which we need an entire investigation on allegedly being a pedophile as a Catholic priest.
The only church that decided to push a political message this Christmas season, the Lake Street Church of Evanston, outside Chicago, depicted the Holy Family as targets of an active ICE raid with the Virgin Mary in a gas mask and the baby Jesus restrained with the zip ties.
This is insane. Listen, we're in Revelation, guys. We're in Revelation. This is Revelation.
Yeah, right. Here's the quote. For me, at least, I've experienced seeing the face of Christ and the people who are suffering, and we just really saw a parallel between ICE forces and
Catholic churches and churches get funding from federal governments, from states, and stuff like that. If the Catholic organization of this community does not come out, because they're an organization, by the way, all the Catholic churches are run under one umbrella. Okay, so if they don't immediately come out and denounce this person and excommunicate them from their church, all funding should be pulled from all these churches. Every single bit of funding should be pulled from every one of these churches. Period. Period. They should not be exempt any longer from taxes either, because churches are tax exempt.
Centurions. This is what the Bible says happened to Jesus, and we use our contemporary imagery to illustrate that. I do feel like it's a pretty straightforward representation of what the Bible says happened to Jesus.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Was a quote. But we've reached out to the organization.
What a dumbing down and insult to what Jesus went through. What a dumbing down and an absolute insult to what Jesus went through. To say that is a representation of what Jesus went through. Gas masks and shit like that with ice. Come on, bro.
Both of those
listen, there's no coexistence with these people anymore in this country. None. There's none. These are not civilized human beings.
Mercy, it's manipulation, right? They're hijacking the birth of our Savior to push open borders, amnesty, and also a loss of sovereignty as a country as well. And yes, the Bible does teach us to welcome the stranger, but it also calls for...
So let's count this down. 5 Christmas tree lightings in different states hijacked by pro-Palestine or Muslims. And churches, we're in the end of times. We're in Revelation. People like this Remington here, you're the biggest, retarded people like you can't be in this country anymore. Really? Give me one instance of anything Trump's done that's hurt this country and that's divided people, other than Democrats getting on TV and being the ones that are dividing people, mainstream media dividing people. You can't give me one instance that Trump's done anything authoritarian whatsoever. Not one. Give me one. Put it in the comments. Come on, Remington. One thing that Trump's done that's authoritarian. One thing that's not under the preview of the law, and I can't fact check you and pull the law up right now. One thing. Give it to us. What's up, brother? Come on, give it to us. You're so smart. You're so awesome that you're in my feed talking shit. Give it to me. You can't. You can't. He was a billionaire before he became the president. He doesn't take... Look where I'm at right now. I'm on here with you out of your mind loving me because you're on my channel. Look where I'm at right now. Were you in your mom's basement somewhere? I own everything I have, motherfucker. This time fucking 4 years ago, I lived in a nice 4-bedroom house that you people burnt to the fucking ground. People like you with your ideologies. The military hasn't been sent anywhere. The National Guard is not the military. The National Guard is the state National Guard. Their job, and the National Guard has not once been sent into any cities to arrest anybody. Not one time. Federal agents have. There's been no National Guard. D.C. is a federal jurisdiction. It's the District of Columbia. It's federalized. The military can be in D.C. all they want. But there's no other instance where Trump has actually put the military in anywhere, and no American citizens have been arrested by the military. So that's a lie, and that's not a fact at all. So tell me where the military have gone. Tell me one place where the military have gone where they didn't just stand in front of a federal facility, which is 100% under the preview of the military and Donald Trump's orders. So... going on, just so you idiots know, going on Truth Social and making a post isn't a presidential directive. That's an opinion. It's not a directive. Trump has never ordered anything that you people say he has ordered. Not once. Trump shouldn't send the army into cities where they have sitting politicians and cops that are literally saying they won't let federal agents do their jobs. That have criminals attacking federal agents while they're going after criminal invaders of this country. Yeah, every single blue city in the state should be 100% taken over by the military right now. Every cop should be arrested. Every prosecutor should be arrested. Every judge that's violating the Constitution should be arrested. And while the military is in the streets cleaning it up, since they won't let the militia do it like we're supposed to, that's what I would prefer. I'd prefer the militia be activated and let us deal with it, because we don't care what the news thinks and we don't care what you people think. Okay, so while Pete Hegseth is overseeing all of this and they're cleaning up the cities, they're hiring new cops and teaching them the Constitution, and they're vetting them to know that they're not hiring woke communist cops. And then when the military pulls out and the cities are cleaned up, guess what? Now they have new prosecutors, new judges, and new cops that are willing to do their fucking job, and the military's out for good, and we don't have to send the military back into the streets ever again. I don't know who it was, but everybody says it's a great idea. I do. No, I live where I live. Know your business where I live. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. But where I'm at right now, I'll only be for the next few days, and then I will be back out at my property on 31 full time. I'm in the process of getting everything back over there, so we will be back over there full time soon, and I will not be where I'm at anymore. I'm not getting evicted from anywhere. What are you talking about? Oh, it doesn't matter. I just hit a user, guys. Sorry. I can't stand when people do that spam blasting fucking dumbass insult because they can't speak articulately or properly. I'm about to show you why these people hate me so much and why they've sent the FBI after me so many times. And, all of this stuff. For one, I speak at school board meetings and I go after pedophiles, and we get pedophiles arrested. And for some reason, that really pisses these leftists off. Oh, it's because they're all fucking pedophiles. That's why. But this is who I am, if you don't know who I am. They wrote a whole novel about me. I've got my own professional trolls that, I don't know if I've been posting these AI videos they've been making about me. I'm honored, by the way, because I don't know how to use AI very well. And the fact that y'all made all those Thanksgiving videos of me to try to make me look so fucking redneck. Hey, those things are fucking funny as hell, bro. I love it. Keep it up. But this is who I am. Every day, all day, 6.5 years. I used to own the second largest Trump store down here in Southwest Florida. They've done everything they can to vandalize and destroy this truck. They've tried to kill me several times. I've been shot 3 times during all this. You can see my truck's smashed up. My windows, I have no window here either at all. There's no window down in there. They've busted all my windows out. Threw a bucket of rats in my truck. Chewed up all my seats. They've cut my tires like 39 times. That's why I've got brand new tires yet again on here right now. They've cut my brake lines so many times it's not even funny. That's the peace of the left, everybody. That's how peaceful these leftists are. Never once in all these years that I've been doing this have I ever in my life seen a Biden sticker on a car and thought, oh God, I have to go murder that person. Never have I thought that. You know what I mean? It would never even cross my mind. I just think, oh, that person's retarded. That's sad. But when they see this truck, I've had people literally pull over on the side of the road and get in the fetal position in their seat and start crying because they're so offended by my truck. When I drive through town, the cops come after me constantly because you have to go arrest him. We're so offended, you have to arrest him. So when these people say we're the most violent people on the planet, they mean that. They absolutely 100% mean that, because to them, words are violence. To these idiots, words are violence. So when we get out here and we speak truth to these people, it's the same thing. It's just blowing their brains out of the back of their head with a fucking gun, because to them, words are hurting them. They get hurt. They want to literally go commit unaliving themselves when you speak truth to them. It's insane, right? It's fucking insane. You know what happens when I debate someone and I'm wrong? I say, oh man, that sucks. Let's do it again sometime. I learned something. When you sew your mouth to each other's assholes and just regurgitate the same old shit like you left do, and that's all you do. All you have is Orange man bad. You've got no policies. You've got nothing. You have no states that are a success, not one. New York's not successful. Chicago's not successful. Philadelphia's not successful. None of your states. Michigan's not successful. They're all failed states. Your GDPs are way out of balance. Your books are not balanced. Your fucking social programs don't exist and don't work properly. You've got more homeless people on your streets than anywhere. And they're like, well, we have more people. No, you really don't, because all your people have fled here. And they're trying to fuck everything up. Point in case. Florida was a great state 4.5 years ago. Now it's all fucked up because you people have been moving here. Now it's a horrible place to live. Nobody wants to fucking. We've had 5.2 million people flee in the past 4.5 years because of how shitty all these northerners that come down here are. Oh my God. Listen, within the first year of the Biden administration and 9 months of these people starting fleeing here, we had armed robbery rings through the fucking roof at all of our little illegal casinos because they know the casinos can't call the cops on them. But they did anyway, and they got arrested for it. But they were just black people going around robbing people at gunpoint left and fucking right last year. I covered it. It's all the fucking shit's on here somewhere in my old videos. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The crime rate has gone up 430% since these people started moving here in my town 4.5 years ago. 430 fucking percent for armed robberies, murders, and crimes. We saw maybe, like today, 3 illegal immigrants today in Charlotte County were arrested for going onto a guy's property with guns. They said they were going to go bird watching. They didn't speak English. They said they were going out there with all these guns to go bird watching out off 31 today. You know what I mean? It's just insane. And they were fucking Arabic. So that Muslim commune that I exposed 9 months ago, there might be just a day where you don't hear from me anymore because these Muslims finally get me. You know what I mean? I'm on every fucking Muslim Brotherhood hit list you can think of right now. That's my goal in America right now, is exposing these terrorists. Because that's what this was the whole time. That's why all these leftists are disappearing. You notice that, right? These leftists are disappearing. They're gone. They're not useful to these Muslims and these terrorists that infiltrated our country any longer. And now that they're no longer useful idiots, there's nowhere for them to be because the Patriots are beating the fuck out of them in Portland. And then when they go and say, oh, we're on your side, the Muslims are like, no, you're not on our side. We're going to murder you. we're going to unalive you. You're the opposite of on our side. So their movement's over, if you haven't noticed. It's over. Even the Tennessee communists lost yesterday, you know. Sure, it was only by 9 points, but we still won. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter how many you lose by. The Democrats are celebrating because we lost by 9 points. But guess what? The moral of the story is it was a communist that lost. So when you go figure, when you go on TV and you tell the people that are going to be your constituents how much you hate them, they don't vote for you. Go figure. That's exactly what my campaign was going to be next year. Is I was going to go out here and just tell you all how much I fucking hate you and how I hate the state that I'm going to be representing. I just fucking hate it all. That's exactly what my campaign fucking is going to be. No, my campaign is going to be, we're going to get all these Muslims out of our state, just like Chandler. We got a lot of representatives right now that are standing up against this shit. I'm very proud of them. So, and none of these people are firebrands that you've ever even heard of, but they're going to be for the midterms. They're going to be for the midterms. And overwhelmingly, every comment in the Florida local news on this guy talking about how we have to get rid of Muslims in Florida is, we love this guy. We're going to vote for this guy. We're going to get this guy in the fucking office. And then we got another guy running for governor right now. If he gets in as governor, there won't be any woke in Florida anymore. He's an old redneck. I know him well. I actually used to work on his farm in Polk County, Florida. And he's about as America first as I am. So understand, we got a lot of really actual America first people running in the state of Florida this year. And if we get them all voted in, we'll get to shut down our borders in Florida this year. Thank God. I mean, Ron DeSantis is already pushing the legislation right now. If you don't know about it, you people coming from other states, you're going to start getting double taxed in the state of Florida. You know that, right? You're not welcome here. We literally actually had a vote on Ron DeSantis' X page. We had a fucking vote. And the majority of Florida voted that we do not want any more people from other states coming here and ruining our great state. You know? So I think the three options were, one was just let them in. The second one was double tax them. And the third one was build a wall and keep them all the fuck out because they're the enemy of our state. And number three was the one that got all the votes. So only 9% of Florida wanted to let people from other states into our state. If you can't assimilate when you come to a state, just like when you come to our country, get the fuck out. Because you won't be treated well here. We're telling you that right now. We're at war in this country. There is no more, you're just going to move to a state and it's going to be good. No, you fled from a state because you were feckless fucking pussies. And we can't have weak people clogging up our fucking shit, man. We can't have people coming down here that aren't ready for this war that's coming in our country. Well, this war that's already here. We're at war. This is war. We're in war right now. You know, people are already getting killed in the fucking streets. It's just our side is sitting back. Oh, we need to talk about it. No, we don't. We don't need to do any more talking. We've done 10 years of motherfucking talking and none of it's done any good. The left have just gotten more and more extreme and murdered more and more people. You don't see any Republicans on TV building bombs. You see fucking liberals. You don't see any Republicans on TV setting up plans to fucking go murder people. You see Muslims and liberals. The most deadly weapon on the American streets right now is a trans shooter. You know, the second most deadly weapon on the American streets right now is a Muslim terrorist. That's all we should be worried about. Nothing else. That's it. If we can't fix that, we can't fix anything else. You know what I mean? The third most dangerous weapon that we've got to get fixed right now is the deep state. It's got to go. The swamp. Got to drain it. Man, that shit's so clogged up. We're not draining shit. We haven't drained anything. It's overflowing. We need to pull that plug and just start flushing these motherfuckers literally down the toilet. You know, like an old goldfish. Boom, gone. I don't care what it sounds like to you. That's the thing you don't understand. You've pushed us to the point that we don't care what you think anymore. Yeah, sure, we got to be colonialists. We got to be conquerors again, and we got to wipe you the fuck out because you're terrorists and you can't live in a civilized country. That's just the fact of the matter. We can't put you in prison and then release you because you're not civilized and you don't have a high enough IQ to live in a fucking civilized country. You'll just get your feelings hurt, and because somebody said words to you, you want to murder them. We can't live with people like you. And fortunately for us, we have all the strength, all the actual physical strength, and that's all that matters. We don't need mental strength. We don't need anything else but the physical strength. You know what I mean? The strong survive, the weak die. That's a fact of life. It's a fact of nature. And that's what we need to get back to. The strong survive and the weak just die off. And guess what? The ones that are innocent, the strong will protect those ones. But the ones that are evil will just sit back and let happen what happens. And you'd think that we haven't just been sitting back and keeping track of whoever, every single one of you are this whole time. Yes, we have lists. We have algorithms. We know who you are. We know where you are. Our government is watching all of you all the time. How do you think they're just able to walk in and arrest you all of a sudden? Because we already know where you are. Our FBI already released, 8 months ago, that they know where all the sleeper cells in America are. Okay, let me explain you how this works, since you seem to still not understand. Now that all of these organizations have been deemed foreign terrorist organizations, if you've ever been caught sending a text and working with people, we can now legally arrest you for being a foreign terrorist. Foreign terrorists do not get a court date. They do not get constitutional rights. They do not get a habeas hearing. They get whatever the due process under the law for wartime powers is, because you're deemed a foreign terrorist enemy of this country. You go under wartime courts. You go under military tribunals is what you get. Terrorists get military tribunals by military courts. They don't get civilian habeas corpus hearings. So, understand, that's what deeming all of these organizations foreign terrorist organizations does. That's why we've been able to go in and make these massive busts in the past, 5 days? We've done 39 busts all around the country, massive ones. So, they're coming for you. Just give us a little bit of time. You think it's only been a year, man? It ain't even been a year. You gotta allot for 4 months of getting adjusted back into the new White House, getting rid of all the bullshit that the former president did. Like, now we've got all these auto pen abolished. None of the auto pen pardons stand. Now we can legally go after those people, just like they're doing with Trump. You know what I mean? Now that everything has been done, and it's been done by the letter of the law, because you people don't understand what the law is. You think because mainstream media says do that, and you don't even understand that backing sitting reps of this country that tell the military to defy legal constitutional orders, okay? Criminal aliens do not have rights in this country. You need to understand that. If you came in this country illegally, or you were here on a visa or a green card, you're not a citizen of this country. A naturalized citizen is not a citizen of America. The only way to be an actual citizen of America is to be born in America. But you sign a contract when you become a transplant to this country that states you will hold no allegiance to any other country. You will do no political protesting. You can't protest our country's politics when you move from another country. It's illegal. You're not allowed. You don't have those rights. Being a citizen is different than having temporary citizenship status. You do understand that, right? Being a naturalized citizen, you cannot run to be president. You don't get the same rights that we get. You are not from this country. That is a fact of the fucking law. Under the INA, the International Nations Agreement of America, when you get a visa, it says right in the contract that the state attorney and the attorney general can, for any reason they deem, end your temporary status in this country. There doesn't have to be a process. Okay, they do get due process. Everybody's like, criminal aliens aren't getting due process. They do get due process. I got to explain to you, due process is not a habeas process. Due process is whatever due process under the law is for you or that specific person. As a citizen, due process under the law is a habeas process. A habeas process is a court process. A due process and habeas process are not the same process. Okay, due process under the International Nations Agreement of America states that you have to assimilate to this country and become an American to be a part of this country. You don't get to bring your culture to this country and push it on other people in this country. That's illegal under the INA of America. We are a country of settlers, not a country of immigrants. We don't just let anybody come into this country. You're either from a bordering country, there's a process, and during that process, you have to learn how to speak English, you have to learn how to do commerce in America, you have to learn how to drive in America. There's whole years worth of training you have to go through just to become a citizen of this country. And you have to assimilate by American law to American values. You don't get to come to America and push your Muslim values on us. You don't get, what freedom of religion? Fuck your freedom of religion. Freedom of religion was for Christians in America. That's what freedom of religion was for. In the beginning of America, you had to swear to a Protestant God to become a representative of this country, period. Okay, you had to put your hand on a Bible and swear to a Protestant God. It was illegal to commit blasphemy of the Holy Spirit in public in the beginning of this country. We only had Christians in this country at the beginning of this country. We didn't have Muslims. We didn't have all these other fucking religions. We had Christians. Not until way later on in the country that a bunch of pussies that are feckless atheists and Satanists brought other religions and fought the civil rights case to get their freedom. Freedom of religion has never stood for any religion to come to our country and push their religion on America. That's not freedom of religion. That's not what it means. I've read the definition right from the forefathers that wrote the First Amendment many times for you. Okay, that's not what freedom of religion means. Freedom of religion means we were ruled and owned as slaves by Britain, and as Englishmen, as Christians, as a Christian community, we came over to America and we created a Christian nation where we only had Christian churches in this country. You could not come into this country if you were of another religion in the beginning of America. So don't talk to me, oh, the forefathers, the freedom of religion. No, that's not what the freedom of religion was for. The freedom of religion was the freedom to be a Christian in America without being persecuted for it, because the British and the Catholics and the Jews were persecuting us as fucking Christians. That's what freedom of religion was for. Okay? I mean, I remember a time when the churches and the Pope ran the fucking world, when the Vatican was the government of the world. You know what I mean? There's never been a time where a mosque was the government of the world, or that a Muslim nation ever gave anybody freedoms in their countries. Ever. There's no such thing as a peaceful Muslim country nowhere in the fucking world. It does not exist. Okay? There's no such thing as a peaceful Muslim community. Look at Dearborn, Michigan. If you go there as a preacher, you get arrested for not adhering to their Sharia law. Now, fuck that. First of all, you cops, when I come to Dearborn, Michigan, you're either going to be on the ground or you're going to be beside me. There ain't no in between. You ain't putting me in handcuffs for standing against terrorists. It ain't going to happen. You know? So if you don't know, that's what we're building everything back up for right now. That's why I got back on social media. We'll start traveling again. Me and the pup are going to travel around America, and we are going to expose all of the bullshit that's happening out here. There's a lot of it. Hey, I'm going to take you out in a minute. I'm going to take you outside in a minute. Where is it? Oh, I'll get this one. Sorry, guys. So, it's getting about that time where I'm going to be going on my other broadcast. So, I hope everybody stays blessed out here. I hope you all stay safe. Every day, 6:30. Every day at 6:30, I'm live now. So, it'll be 6:30 because I never know when I'm going to get off from work because I work for myself. And rushing myself out by 2:30, 3 o'clock every day to get on by 4, it just ain't cutting it for me right now. The internet is about to die. Y'all know that, right? Like, everybody's about to get off of YouTube. YouTube's dying. Even the biggest channels are only getting they're getting millions and millions less views than they were getting. All of a sudden, the internet died. Whenever they released all the information on X and YouTube about the countries and where these people were getting their accounts from, that destroyed a lot of accounts. They found out that some of their favorite MAGA accounts were actually Muslims and people from India and people from Pakistan. Once again, scamming you to steal your money because they're such great people. Everything they do is a scam to steal from you, but they're such great fucking people. You know what I mean? All of these scammers that call your phones and steal all your shit and steal grandma's life savings, they're all Indians and Pakistani, but such great people, right? Such great people. I put the bare minimum of effort. What are you talking about? I go live 2 to 3 times a day. And besides, you can't talk about my channel because you don't even have one. My last channel had 2.5 million followers on it. And it's expensive in America to live right now. So if I'm not making money on here, I got to make money somewhere. You know what I mean? I can't just sit here all day, every day and go live when the majority of the internet during the daytime are a bunch of feckless pussies that don't work for a living and don't have anything to contribute to life. You know what I mean? So I go live in the evenings when people are off work. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter what people like you think, because you're not the people that I build this channel for. Lives made me $585 last month just on my lives alone. Super chats make you a ton of money. And when I post this video, it's monetized. What are you talking about? Lives make you, that's where your money comes from, is lives. There's nothing else on YouTube that makes you money. You make like 4 cents off advertising, per view, 4 cents. Fucking Rumble's where it's at, though, if you want to make money. You can do live ad reads where you get 4 cents per view. So if I had 21,000 people view my video, I'd get 4 cents per person that viewed my video. Plus, YouTube takes 30% off the top of your money, And 9 times out of 10, they'll give you a copyright strike the day you're supposed to get paid, because then they can hold your payback another 90 days and make the interest off of that. YouTube is no longer for creators. You know what I mean? All of their policies are against most things that can be done on the internet now. YouTube changed all their policies again, if you don't know, last week. So they changed them in favor of Donald Trump like they said they were going to, and then they just re-changed them again. So now, if you're on YouTube and you show a picture, like you got a video that pops up on X of teenagers beating the fuck out of, black teenagers beating the fuck out of a white teenager, you can be struck and have your channel banned for that on YouTube now. So if you expose all this hypocrisy from the black community, then you can be banned from YouTube now. If you talk bad about Jews, you can be banned from YouTube now, unless you're Candace Owens. If you're Candace Owens, you can say all the bad things you want about fucking Israel. Weird, right? Weird, right? She says Israel wants to kill her, but she gets propped up bigger than anybody when she talks shit about Israel. Huh. And then all of you people, all women watch her channel. It's a murder mystery channel. True crime channel is what it is at this point. I don't think anybody's actually taking Candace Owens seriously anymore, including herself. Sounds like she has a lot of emotional issues with the fact that Erica and Charlie were together, is what it seems like to me when I go through all those videos. And she says a lot of nothing. She doesn't actually say anything in any of her videos ever. She doesn't say anything. So for all you people that are watching her and like, oh man, I can't believe this happened, she's giving you no evidence. We were like, she got the receipts. She's never given you one receipt. She's never given you any evidence. She'll just say the same thing over and over again through the entire broadcast. But that's what stupid people want. They want to watch stuff like that. They don't want to see results. They don't want to see actual evidence. They just want to hear what they want. You know what I mean? And she's good at doing that. I got nothing against Candace Owens. I mean, I don't like how she's smearing the legacy of Charlie Kirk. That really pisses me off in some ways, but it's a free capital market. And the internet is dying right now. Nobody gives a fuck about politics anymore. Gen Z has given up on the right and the left. There's not going to be any more politics after this. Our elections are going to be fucking weird from here on out, because the boomer generation, your vote doesn't even matter anymore. There's not enough of you alive to vote anymore. My generation, we're the smallest voting bloc this voting season. And then the two generations that we've done nothing but fight against for the past 10 years now are the ones that are of voting age. So it's going to be some really weird voting going on. These are going to be very violent elections. You're going to see court cases come out after every single election now. We're not going to accept if the left wins. The left's not going to accept if we're wins. And we all know it. You know what I mean? Either way, I don't give a fuck who wins. Let's just get this shit kicked the fuck off before I get too old. How about that? How about let's just do what's coming before it gets too late? You know what I mean? And our children have to do it. That's all there is to it. We just got to get this shit kicked the fuck off. Because clearly, don't get me wrong, Donald Trump's been getting real savage since the National Guard agents got shot. And then all of this other National Guard agents, I hate myself for saying that. National Guard members, service members, soldiers. Man, I'm so sorry I said that. I'm sorry to disgrace your memory like that, brother. I called you a federal agent. Holy shit. I call people pieces of trash for saying that. I got to correct myself there. These were soldiers. But the moral of the story is these people are willing to get in the streets. These Muslims are willing to get in the streets. You do realize the last 6 attacks in the past 9 days have all been of Arabic descent, right? Like I told you it was going to start happening. Remember I told you, y'all called me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I said the useful idiots are done now. They don't need them anymore. You don't really see any of these useful idiots out here doing anything. Every single news source I gave you in there, every single one was an Arabic person committing crimes. Every single one for the past 3 days has been a Muslim or an Arabic person going out here committing terroristic actions. And it's just going to get worse from here on out. 750,000 of these terrorists just in my state of Florida. But thank God we've got, over 40 million savage patriots, most of which are savage Afghani GWAT fucking veterans, So We have more guns in the state of Florida than the most of fucking America. You know what I mean? Between Florida and Texas, we got the biggest army in the fucking world. So, and that's just a fact of the matter. That's a fact. They're saying, I can't believe they're on the news today saying busting that kid for $100,000 worth of guns was the largest catch in American history. What the fuck are you talking about? $100,000 worth of guns? That's like one of my friend's bedrooms, bro. What? And it was $100,000 worth of guns and explosives. That's not even a lot. That's what, a couple dozen guns, maybe? Fuck. I got a friend that has a truck that has more guns than that at one time at any point in the day. You know what I mean? That's what he does for a living. What the fuck? And these were all brand new guns that were ready to be sold on a free and legal market because the guy has a legal FFL in the state of Florida, by the way. So don't get it twisted that he was fucking making bombs and getting ready to kill people, because I did some research. I jumped to that conclusion too, because I automatically assumed when they said they got 92,000 pounds of drugs and they said it was a precursor for this new 704 drug that's 100 times more deadly than fentanyl. Then I did some research and I found out, no, they just got 92,000 pounds of fucking kratom is what they got, because they just made it illegal to use kratom in the state of Florida like a month and a half ago. So they got 92,000 pounds of kratom, and that's what they used as the precursor for their criminal conviction for all the guns. Because now that he's been caught with illegal action and all that illegal kratom, now they can arrest him for the guns and the explosives, because he does have a class 3 and he does have an FFL when you fucking do research on him. And he is a legal American citizen. So, I mean, it is what it is. But as long as we have a government that's just going to bullshit us and make things look good and not give any actual real information and not be actual transparent, then we just got to rely on ourselves, you know. In fact, you better get your pit boys ready, because things are about to get fucking nuts out here. I love you guys. I hope you have a very blessed night tonight. I hope you're just extremely safe out here. In the name of Jesus, make the demons flee. In the name of Jesus, give everyone in the comments, including the people that hate me, all the blessings that they want, Lord. If you can take it from me and give it to them, do so. If you can take the pain that they're having right now and give it to me and let me carry it for them, do so, Lord. In your almighty name, Jesus, we love you. Amen. Guys, have a blessed night. Be so safe out here. See, you don't know the difference between being an authoritarian and being at war. War doesn't mean you're an authoritarian. War means you're committing justice upon your country from a bunch of people. You're literally, you know what? I'm not even going to explain anything to you, and I'm going to start banning you retards, because I just can't even. There's no. If you can't debate me and have an actual conversation with me, I'm going to start banning you from my channel, just so you know. I hate to say that, and it breaks my heart to say that, because I'm a constitutionalist, but you people are so fucking stupid. You don't know what the word authoritarian means. You have no clue what the word authoritarian means. You don't know what anything is. You stand up for communism. You don't even know that communism is the most evil thing that's killed more people on the entire planet than any other ideology. The Muslim ideology and the communist ideology, the two ideologies you people stand up for, have colonized and murdered more people in human history than any other ideology ever. You understand that, right? More people have died from communism and the Muslim beliefs than any other ideologies on the fucking planet. No one has colonized more than the Muslims. They colonized the entire Middle East. That didn't belong to them. That belonged to the Jews. They colonized the entire Middle East. So it is what it is, but you people are stupid, and there's no civilized country that's left for you. There's nothing. There's nothing for you here anymore. I don't care what you call me. Sure, I'm an authoritarian. I'm a dictator. I don't care, because you won't be here. I don't give a fuck. So your opinion doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, you people don't exist anymore in this country. You don't exist. You don't love America. You know nothing about the histories and traditions of America. You know nothing about the forefathers, nothing about the Constitution. You know, you're not good people, and I don't care what happens to you. Let me make that very clear. You're not good people. You murder people in the streets. You cannot give us any instance of anyone on the right murdering anybody. So as long as your go-to answer is to murder people and insult, and say words are violence and people have to go away. You talk about constitutional rights. I've got you in my comments from other lives saying just vote blue and we'll shut this guy up. But I'm an authoritarian. But just vote blue and we'll shut this guy up and not let him speak anymore. But we're the authoritarians. But if you vote blue, we can get rid of the Republicans and put them in prison. But we're the authoritarians. Nobody's putting you in prison. Not one American citizen has been put in prison under the Trump administration. Not fucking one has been put in prison under the Trump administration. Matter of fact, you Antifa members are committing terroristic crimes and you're going to jail for 6 months and getting $10,000 fines. Fuck, somebody owed me 10 grand. So I backed up to their house with a fucking U-Haul and I loaded $389 worth of products into the truck, and you tried to give me 105 years with a $2.4 million bond. I don't care what you think anymore. You know what I mean? I don't care. You people, there's no place for retarded people in this country anymore. That's all there is to it. There's no place for it. You fags, you gotta go. You gotta go. You've ruined this. You've single-handedly ruined this country. And if you can't see that, that's even more of the problem. You can call me a Nazi. Sure, I'm a Nazi. Sure. Make sure you clip that. I'm a Nazi. I'm an authoritarian. And, I mean, what else can you say bad about me? What worse can you say than that other than me? Other than that? I'm a Nazi and an authoritarian. I'm everything you think I am. And I want you to remember that when we're coming for you. We are everything you think we are. In your definition, we are everything you think you are. And in our definition, you are everything we think you are. The difference is who has the strength to take it. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters. Who has the strength of the enforcement power to take it? That's literally all that matters. Your words don't matter. The law doesn't matter. None of that matters. When it comes right down to it in history, the person that's going to be looked at in history is the one who had the enforcement power to take it, and that's what we have. So none of these words matter. Nothing's original anymore. Nothing you say is going to stop us. Words to us are not hate. Words to us are not violence. We're going to show you what true violence is. We're going to show you. You've brought this upon yourselves. And the problem is, for you, we don't even have to come after you. We could just sit back here and be peaceful, and you'll come for us every single time. These words right now, there's one of you in these comments thinking, how can I get to this guy right now? Just because of my words. There's one of you in these comments right now thinking, how can I get to this guy? How can I get him? See, what I do is I'll file the court filings just to get the discovery so I can get all of your personal information, and then I'll drop the charges, and then I know where you live. That's how I handle legal stuff. Because I know the justice system isn't going to give me justice. Okay? I know. See, you think this is triggered, but this is just me fed up. That's the difference. Okay? You don't hurt my feelings. I'm smiling while I'm saying, I'm happy to get my hands on you when I finally do. I'm proud of that. I'm happy for it. I will take that soul, that stain upon my soul for the rest of the citizens in my country every day of the fucking week. That's cool, but you're in my comments. I'm not in yours. I've never once been on your channel. You're in my shit. I'm so important to you. You come on my channel every time I'm on here. Every single time. You know what I mean? I've accomplished more for the state of Florida than Ron DeSantis ever will. You know, I've gotten over 1,800 pornographic books pulled out of the schools because the pornographic book ban never actually went into law here. I've gotten over 2,700 pedophiles arrested in this state. I have smashed into the ground over 14 of you leftists into the concrete of the state of Florida. And I'm proud of that. I am proud of that. I have averted you from robbing places. I have stopped you from committing horrendous crimes in this state. I'm proud of that. I've been shot by you people and still beat the fuck out of you. I had 3 bullets in me and still beat the fuck out of every one of you. That's how weak you are. You caught my RV on fire with me inside it, but I'm the triggered one. You come after me and attack me on a daily basis, and you stay on my channel constantly. These people have notifications that are attached to their brain when I go live, and they're on here every single time. And no matter how much shit I talk, they'll always be here because They hate me because they ain't me. You can't get online and get 5,000 followers in 2 weeks. You can't do it. I can. I did. And I only lost 3 followers for being banned for 2 weeks. I've only been remonetized and back on the internet for 2 months now. And I only lost 3 followers for getting banned for 2 weeks. 3 followers. And thank you, because I gained 1,500 followers on other social media. So you really helped me when y'all got me banned that last time. But thank you for getting me banned, because when I called the lawyer, now YouTube has to actually go through my lives and all of my videos before they decide to ban me. Because the next ban is a massive lawsuit for YouTube. Because we can now sue social media in the state of Florida, if you people didn't know. If you're having any problems with social media in the state of Florida, you can go to the stateofflorida.gov, stateofflorida.gov, and scroll down to the Section 230 bill, and you can now sue the fuck out of big tech in the state of Florida. Just so you know, it doesn't have to be a class action lawsuit. So if you want information on that, get together with me, because we're about to fuck YouTube all up, man. YouTube's about done. Rumble's about to be the #1 fucking place in America. You know, millions of people are switching over to Rumble left and right now. And to be honest, Rumble's a much better platform for lives and stuff like that. Much better platform for lives. It automatically has built-in integrated editing technology where you can do picture-in-picture, screen-in-screen, and stuff like that. So if you like to build a channel, Rumble is your way to go if you can get followers on there. Because they have a much better platform and a much better partners program too. And you only have to have 100 followers on Rumble to be in their partners program, just so you know. 100 followers is all you have to be in their partner program. You don't have to have any followers to make money day one on Rumble. You can automatically get monetized just for signing up to Rumble. And they have different ad reads that you don't even have to join the partners program. You just go through and pick a campaign and you read off the ad and you make money for the ads, just so you guys know. If you want to make money off the internet, go to Rumble, not YouTube. YouTube is not going to be around much longer. Plus, in January, isn't the monopoly split up of Google happening? So YouTube will crash once that happens. The top searches for Google yesterday was 50,000 people. The top searches for YouTube is now 50,000 people. Nobody uses Google anymore. All this woke shit's failing. It's all falling apart. Every bit of it. So, no more woke movies coming out. You see all these nice movies coming out? All this gay bullshit and all this fucking diversity, that's all over with in the movie sphere now. They're fixing to be putting out some pretty good movies. We'll be able to watch some good movies. So here's what I think about you guys that are trolls. I just think you're lost and retarded, and I think you're sad. And that sucks. But none of you will be around for very much longer because you're not civilized enough to be able to live. So you'll do something stupid. Or you'll unalive yourselves. You'll catch yourselves on fire. You do every time. You know. That's why every time these people get themselves killed, we don't even have to do anything to you people. You go out with guns and you shoot yourselves or you shoot each other. You go out and catch yourselves on fire. You'll see that Antifa member that was trying to catch that apartment complex on fire, caught himself on fire instead. See, we think that shit's hilarious. That's like, we need a bucket of popcorn and we can just watch that shit all fucking day. So, I love you guys. Now, Trump has no convictions. The judge just threw everything out. All of Trump's cases have been dropped and dismissed. Every single thing Trump was charged with has been dropped and dismissed. Another Democrat judge took it over, and now they're going to prosecute Fannie Willis. So, what's up, brother? Yeah, long time. I'm still on here often. I just didn't go live yesterday because we had that big state reps meeting that we went to, and I got some more information coming from that. I'm just putting it all together right now. Yeah, big things about to happen. You know, and big things about to happen in the state of Florida. We got some nice fucking patriots running for fucking office down here this year. We're about to post all of the list for every firebrand America First Republican that's running in Florida. And it's Florida, so I mean, we don't have to worry about Democrats winning here. There'll never be enough Democrats in the state of Florida to change our elections, but still. What, we haven't had a fucking Democrat governor in what, 70 years, 80 years, something like that in the state of Florida? Something along those lines. 70, 80 years, we haven't had a Democrat representative here, and we won't. They've got some down in Miami and Orlando, but we're weeding them out pretty good right now. We've got, I can't talk, damn, I wish I could talk about it. We'll be able to talk about it later on this week, though. A lot of people are about to get arrested. A lot of police chiefs, a lot of sheriffs and stuff are about to get arrested in the state of Florida. That's the most I can say about that. I love you guys. Be blessed.